Hyundai launched the Exter earlier this week and it came out at a bomb pricing of 5.99 lakhs onwards. So clearly there's a lot of demand out there, there's a lot of queries coming in, and we've seen a lot of questions rolling in as well. So in this video, I'm going to be answering a lot of the questions that we've gotten from potential customers, and I hope to put those queries to a rest. Welcome to Customer Question Answered on MotorScribes. I'm Vikram Gore, and I'm going to do my best at getting you the right answer. So let's have the first question.
Vikram, first question is from Mysore. Rahul wants to ask about the fuel efficiency of Hyundai Exter.
Okay, so the Exter comes with a 1.2-liter Kappa petrol engine. It delivers 83 PS of power, about 114 Newton meters of torque, and the manual, according to ARAI, does about 19.4 kilometers to the liter, while the Smart Auto, which is their AMT version, does 19.2 kilometers to the liter. In real-world conditions, we have seen the Exter on test over here, giving us anywhere between 14.5 all the way up to 17. In fact, on a few highway runs, it's crossed 18. So yes, it is a very efficient machine.
So next question is from Noida by Udit Mittal. He's asking, he was about to book Punch. Should he go for Punch or he can consider Hyundai Exter?
Well, this one is our number one question actually. A lot of people want to know, how does the Exter measure up against the Punch? Because the Punch is the only other micro SUV out there in this segment. And you know, starting with the poster, you got Hardik Pandya with his hand out like this. You know, that's just a clue at what the Exter is after. They are laying out a solid punch with the Exter. It is a vehicle that scores big points. I think price for price, they've done an excellent job of benchmarking it against the Punch. And where Hyundai really makes a big difference is in the features on board. So I'm not even going to get into the design element because that's very subjective. For me, I feel that the Exter looks more premium. A lot of people like the chunky, more robust look of the Punch. I don't argue that as well. But when you look at a price consideration and the features that you're getting on board, what Hyundai has done is that they've ensured that the value for money is where they win the argument. It's not about performance, it's not about anything else. If you look at the entry-level Punch and the entry-level Exter, the Exter comes with more features. You look at the top-end versions, the Exter comes with more. So you do get a cost benefit over the Punch currently with the Exter.
So question number 3 comes from Mysore. Mr. Pradeep said that Punch comes with a 5-star NCAP rating while Exter doesn't have any. So what are the safety features in Exter?
Okay, so safety is again a very growing concern amongst all customers, and thank you for asking this question because I know that a lot of people want to understand what does this safety rating mean. So Global NCAP has their series of tests that they keep revising depending on market demand and how they understand a product segment, as well as driving the whole make the world a safer place on wheels. So the Punch, yes, it did score a very high rating, but the new regulations of Global NCAP are out, and Hyundai conforms to those new regulations. It's not been crash tested yet, but it comes with 6 airbags as standard. It's got ABS and EBD, it's got ESC, it's got vehicle stability management, and all of these play a vital role in getting that coveted 5-star rating. So from the looks of it, I think the Exter will score big points. Of course, I can't comment on that and give you a surefire answer until this vehicle is actually crash tested. The Punch, incidentally, will have to go through the new regulations to hold on to its star rating. So that also remains to be seen on how the Punch performs versus the Exter with the new regulations.
Question number 4 comes from Vasant Kunj, Delhi. Miss Vanika is saying she loves to do off-roading. Will Exter be able to pull it off?
Good question. It is an SUV. Now, I know that in the past, SUVs have been off-roaders. SUVs have been those vehicles that have defined going anywhere. But in today's day and age, the term SUV has evolved. It's become a body style. It's not got to do with capability as much as it is about looks. So the Exter is an SUV from the fact that it has that bold upright stance. It's got brilliant ground clearance of 185 mm. So if you do hit out on a dirt path, yes, it will do it. It's a front-wheel drive vehicle. There's no 4x4 on board. But you can take it out to an area like this where we're at, and it came out here quite comfortably over the ruts and rocks. But I would not take it into a slush pit. I would not try and make it compete against a Mahindra Thar or a Jimny. That's definitely a no. So if you're looking for hardcore off-roading, you need something that has 4x4.
So last question is from Muhammad Iqbal. He was planning to buy a Brezza, but can he go for the top model of Exter rather than Brezza?
Now that is really where the Exter comes out as a game changer, because we're talking about a compact SUV going head to head with a micro SUV. Having said that, the Brezza has a lot more space on board. There's a bigger trunk. You get a little bit more space in the rear seat as well. But it depends again. Just how much are you going to be traveling with a full load on board? Most people buy their car, it's office and back, and it's that occasional weekend getaway. And I think the Exter as a product has done extremely well in space allocation. So up front, I mean, I'm 6'2", I get in and I'm seated very comfortably. Ample shoulder room, great headroom. I sat in the back seat as well just to see what it's like for me. And while a tall person might find the under thigh support to be a little less, it's not really something that you would complain about in the long run. And over there also, it's great headroom, which I really appreciate. Otherwise, I tend to bump my head quite a bit in cars. But the Exter's gotten all of that right, and you get a 391-liter boot in which you can get quite a few bags in, either 2 large suitcases or a large suitcase and a lot of duffel bags. So you can pack in quite a bit and go on a nice trip with family. I think for 4 people, it's extremely comfortable. For 5, it's decent. The good thing is that Hyundai has given 3-point safety seat belts for all seats. So regardless if you travel 2, 3, 4, or 5, you're all sitting in a very safe vehicle that's got you safe vehicle that's got you buckled in and keeping you safe. Well, I hope those questions gave you a bit of an added perspective about the Hyundai Exter, and keep those questions flowing. I would love to answer all of those as well. And if I do get enough questions, I'll put out another video answering those questions. I have the drive video coming out as well, so do take a look at that and leave a comment behind. Like, share, subscribe. That's my request to you. And if you do leave a comment, just remember that it's my promise that I get back to each and every one of the people that write in. And that's a MotorScribes commitment that I make. So if there's something I left out or there's something more you want to know, do write in.